Hello and welcome back. Monika and I are about a quarter of the way into an hour and a quarter road trip on, what shall I show first, coffee or the bike? We rented a bike, Kawasaki W175. Let me get to that in a second because, do you know what I'm going to say? Just to save time. Apologies for the next 2 months, my appearance, because Monika spends about 5 minutes saying, Freddie, just sort yourself out. But it's not possible, it's about 32 degrees. So I'll say it now as an apology for the entire next 2 months. I'm so sorry for my appearance. We've stopped off to get a cold brew. I mean, this just looks glorious. Look at how they've done it. Cold brew, coffee blend, over ice. Let me just have a sip of this to cool down. Okay. I've got my water. Bugger, I don't know what that one's for. And I don't actually think I've done it right, but never mind. The bike, just picked up today, Kawasaki W175. Now, in the previous video, there were 2 Kawasaki W175s that I was looking at. I slightly preferred the look of the other one, but this one has a rear rack. Fun backstory, we couldn't actually take the other Kawasaki W175 because someone decided to ride it into the sea and it's got a completely flooded engine. So it was outside the front of the shop, but totally flooded engine. I think they have to strip everything apart. Custom Bali motorcycle. This pretty much epitomizes the custom scene in Bali. It's the bike I wanted, the Kawasaki 175, so 175cc. It is a full-size bike.
Yeah, it looks a bit like a Bonneville.
It does look very much like the Bonneville, and it's not too dissimilar in proportions. You're going to see there's rust everywhere in this. I think it's fairly obvious why, because people obviously like riding these into the ocean. Monika, I'm going to test you on something here. We've picked this bike because we want something that can ride on the beach. That's the aim of today. We're going to head to a beach in Bali where you're legally allowed to ride to. I've only just realised this. What do you notice about this, Monika?
I don't know.
Well, we picked a bike that will be good for a bit of soft off-roading going on the beach, and we have taken a bike with non-off-roading tyres.
Oh my God.
Which is quite foolish of us, I think. Anyway, we're too far in now. We've rented the bike. It's 21...
When did you notice that?
About 5 minutes ago I realised, hold on a sec, these aren't actually off-roading tyres. But never mind, it's okay. We'll make do with it.
Is it?
I don't know, I've never ridden on the sand. We'll see how it goes, but rat-looking bike, rust in many, many places, but it rides like a dream. The engine is beautiful, gear change very good. It's a really, really easy bike to ride. Seat, Monika, what do you think so far?
It's okay so far.
It's got a rear rack, and look at the number plate here. Just come around this side, Monika. Got beautiful spoked wheels. These, do they call them cross-ply tyres? Oh, let's push that back in there. With the number plate there. One thing that's slightly worrying, but I guess it comes as part of it, that is a Yamaha key that goes into the Kawasaki. Okay. I'm just checking it is a Kawasaki. Yeah, it's got a Kawasaki logo on the engine. Okay, so this is our tool for the next 2 days. £21.50 a day. Gloriously old school looks. I just love the looks of it. So we'll finish our coffees and then we've got 50 minutes to the beach. I completely overlooked the fact that in the corner of this little coffee shop there are 2 beautiful, they look like 1960s Hondas. My knowledge isn't huge. This looks like a Honda Cub, but actually, could someone let me know, is this an original Honda Hunter? I know these have a huge cult following, but I cannot identify it if it is actually an original Honda Hunter at the back there. Very cool looking thing. And then next to it again, looks like a 1960s Honda, but I don't know the actual model. Lovely looking things, so both of them in cream and white. a good little bike. Very good. I'm pleasantly surprised. That is near enough an hour's riding. We're about 5 minutes from the beach. Way, way away from the touristy stuff now. And to up comfort. Monica, what do you think?
Yeah, it's okay actually.
It's
quite
okay. I mean,
comfortable.
if we're comparing it to a Scoopy, it's less comfortable, it's less practical, it's less economical, but for that custom riding experience and that cool factor, it's a very, very nice thing. And I'm amazed at how it feels compared to the Bonneville. Really, it doesn't feel like a small bike at all. It's very, very comfortable, so pleasantly surprised. I know it's been modified a lot, and I can't tell where the modifications for the Kawasaki W175 start and the original bike ends, but as a core engine, lovely engine just throbbing away. I think it may actually be a carburetted engine, someone let me know, but just throbbing away, starts on the button. I mean, you just give it half a push on the starter and it starts immediately. I love looking at the people with the bikes. As soon as you get out into the countryside, you can tell what everyone does. He's clearly a farmer. He's got his strimming gear and then someone else bringing grains. And you have people bringing gigantic amounts of, I don't know if it's wheat, but just hanging out of the bikes either side. It's huge. I think Monica picked it up. We saw a pretty big lizard just whizzing along the paddy fields. I thought it was a snake initially, it was moving so quickly. But out here you're going to get monitor lizards, you're going to get cobras and also pythons. So this will be full of stuff. So stay out of the jungle. Right. Monica's looking scared. I should say, I don't know if I said it, but constantly here in the countryside there's a smell of smoke because they're burning everywhere. I assume it's old crops or something like that, but everything is getting burnt off and then they're drying seeds on the side of the roads. That's what the people... I'll pan over here, Monica. That's what the people behind me are doing. They're all drying their own seeds just on the street, on the side of the road. I'm not sure what it is, if it's wheat or something, but I think that's what the burning's about. Right, 5 minutes. This is me that's directed us here, so I hope I've taken us to the right place. We made it. It feels incredible. So we got to the entrance of the beach and there's a little hut with a couple of men standing there. They give you a ticket. The cost is 2,000 rupiah, which is roughly, it's about 10p, something like that. So for 10p you get this ticket and then they say, good, you can go and ride on the beach now. You're allowed to ride up and down this beach here. You can park up the bike, you can grab a coconut there. But as far as we can see either side, I've just seen a Suzuki Jimny go off that way, we can ride. And it's 10 pence. More than happy to pay that. It's just fantastic. And the palm trees lining the beach, just
Oh.
Now I need to try and test out
Okay, be careful.
these old school tires. Oh, it's fantastic. I can feel the back of the bike squirming away as you're going forward, and then the second you get into the softer sand away from where there's been water on it, yeah, it's hairy, but what a fantastic experience. I can see a little scooter coming off in the distance. It's magical. And on an evening like today, it's just, what an experience. Stunning. Bali is like your own little playground. You know, for £21 a day, you can rent this out. For 10 pence, you can come and ride on this beach, probably get a coconut for about 40p, and then I can go for a swim. It's amazing. Right, Kawasaki parked up on the beach back there. I'm really hoping I saw a little bar to get a drink, so hopefully I'll get a couple of coconuts and then we can watch the beginning of the sun setting here. But you can see just behind me there are lots of people. They enter the beach here, whether it's on a little 4x4 of these scooters, and everyone's just whizzing along the beach, and the sun will be setting in the distance there. Totally magical. Really is glorious. Won't be obvious in the video. That feels like it weighs about 3 kilos or so. It's seriously heavy, and it took the man about 2 minutes to actually chop it. Coconut water. It's delicious. Absolutely delicious. Now I know why. These bikes, a lot of these customs are covered in rust. I don't know if you can pick it up on camera, but of course riding here on the beach, which is very popular here in Bali, it is totally covered everywhere in salt. There's corrosion on the exhaust and all of the exposed bits, and that's because I would guess these bikes spend a good 20% of the time just totally covered in salt. Come to the end of the road. I don't think it would make it, because I saw someone just canoeing up here, so I don't think we've got any hope of the bike crossing. Just to give you a 360 of our surroundings, the jungle here is right in front of us, and the river just winds round all the way down to this, well, the sea here. It's spectacular. It's one of the most unique riding experiences I've ever had. It's so rare to be able to actually ride on a beach for such a seemingly endless stretch of time. This feels like the kind of experience that you would usually have to either go to a theme park for or book an excursion to take you around. But the fact you can do it on your own bike in your own time, oh, it's magical. Right, thank you so much everyone for coming along. See you in the next one.